Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I am over here with the third part of my lecture regarding chapter Qaids, Vian and Pakistan. In this lecture we will discuss all the demands, all the needs and all the requirements of the exercise of this unit. We will discuss it completely and wholly, and it will surely help you to comprehend the paper inshallah ta'ala. Here in front of you is the first question regarding the exercise, that is the glossary of your book. I have discussed the glossary regarding each and every passage of this unit in my previous lecture. You can take help from it, and the specific words that are given in this glossary are over here in front of you. You can take help from these words also. The next activity is the oral activity regarding this chapter. The oral activity is the work which we have to do in the form of groups, and we have to discuss the main themes and main questions regarding this chapter. While analyzing the chapter passage by passage fully and completely, we are able to comprehend these oral activity questions fully and completely. Now I am giving you the complete description and complete solution of this oral activity. Why I am going to give you the complete solution? So that if these questions will come in the paper, you will surely able to answer these questions in a precise and in a beautiful manner. Here in front of you are the questions regarding the oral activity with their answers. The first question is, why did Quaid-e-Azam ignore his ever-failing health? Because his goal was not only the achievement of Pakistan but stabilizes the nation and the state simultaneously. For the accomplishment of this mission, he undertook countrywide tours at the cost of his health. Why did he wish for a complete harmony and unity among the people of Pakistan? Because he knows that some powers around the world do not want that Pakistan become a strong and developed nation. That's why he always gives stress on the unity and oneness of our nation. The strength of nation lies in its oneness. What can be the outcome of ignoring the Quaid's advice? Quaid's advice. Neglecting the advice of Quaid, we have become disunited and disintegrated. Okay students, now after solving the oral activity related to the exercise of this unit, we are coming towards the comprehension. We have comprehended each and every paragraph in the previous lecture. You can take help for the comprehension of every passage from this lecture, and here I am going to give you the comprehension regarding the complete chapter that is coming in your paper, that is coming in your exercise. Here in front of you are the questions related to the comprehension of this complete unit. The first question is, how much confidence did Quaid-e-Azam have in his nation? Quaid have a strong belief on his nation. Once he said, do not be overwhelmed by the enormity of the task. He said in a speech at Lahore, there are many examples in the history of young nation building themselves up by sheer determination and force of character. You are made of sterling material and second to none. Keep up your morale. Do not be afraid of death. We should face it bravely to save the honor of Pakistan and of Islam. Do your duty and have faith in Pakistan. It has come to stay. The second question, what was the Quaid's concept of our nation? Quaid-e-Azam affirmed 3 years before the birth of Pakistan concept about nation. We are a nation with our own distinctive culture and civilization, language and literature, art and architecture, names and nomenclature, sense of values and proportion, legal laws and moral codes, custom and calendar, history and tradition, aptitude and ambitions. In short, we have our own distinctive outlook on life. The question number 3 of comprehension is, What was the ideology of Pakistan in view of Quaid-e-Azam? The ideology of Quaid-e-Azam was based on the fundamental principles that the Muslims are an independent nation, and any attempt to get them to merge their national and political identity will not only be resisted but it will be futile. What can be the possible solution to our present problems? The solution of our present problems is to be united once again. We should solve our individual disputes and think about our country. We should bring peace and prosperity in our societies. We must understand the very concepts of the nation as conceived by Quaid and start to think beyond personal, local, lingual, ethnic, sectarian or provincial identities and prejudices. How can we become a strong nation? We can become a strong nation if we start to think beyond personal, local, lingual, ethnic, sectarian or provincial identities and prejudices. Okay students, now I am coming towards the vocabulary, towards the grade of vocabulary. In this exercise, the activities related vocabulary are: the first activity that you have to choose the right synonym of the words that are given in the sentences, and there are three options of all these words. You can take help for all the glossary related to this unit from my previous lecture. Here I have discussed all the important words, their synonyms, their antonyms over there, so that you can solve completely the activity B related to vocabulary, the activity C related to vocabulary, because they have asked the activity, in activity B they have asked the synonyms of this of the words that they have given in the chapter, and they have asked the antonyms of some specific words in the activity C related to this chapter. So for solving these activities you have to go back to my previous lecture so that you can be able to do it properly and you can absorb as much knowledge as you can related to this chapter. Now I am coming towards activity D. In this activity of vocabulary they have asked about the idioms. Here on the screen is the solution of activity D in front of you. Use the following idioms in sentences. The first idiom is bits and pieces. Foreign powers have divided us into bits and pieces. Man in the street. Quaid defined the meaning of Pakistan in terms that the average person was able to understand it. Rising spirit. Governor visited the flood victims to raise their spirit. Pass through. If he works hard, he will pass through the exams. Fall a prey. Aslam fall a prey to cancer unfortunately. Okay students, the next activity is here on the screen in front of you. It is related to denotation and connotation. I am going to revise the concept of denotation and connotation over here. You can see the definitions of denotation and connotation from here also, and for complete description of this part of grammatical technique you have to follow the previous lecture where I have explained this fully and completely. Now here I am going to solve the activity regarding this grade of grammar. Here on the screen you can see some words, and the writer has asked that we have to write their denotative meanings and connotative meanings, and I have given you all these meanings over here on the screen. You can see them. Fat, its denotative meaning is overweight and its positive connotation is plump and its negative connotation is obese. Second word is notorious. Its denotative meaning is famous and its positive connotation is well known and its negative connotation is humiliating. Spinster, its denotative meanings are maid and its positive connotation is virgin and its negative connotation is old maid. Stern, the denotative meaning is hard and its positive connotation is unbored and its negative connotation is harsh. Proud, its denotative meaning is haughty and its positive connotation is self-respecting and its negative connotation is arrogant. Shrewd, its denotative meaning is intelligent and its positive connotation is wise, and its negative connotation is crafty. Economical, its denotative meaning is practical, its positive connotation is good, and its negative connotation is tough. Fail, its denotative meaning is be unsuccessful, its positive connotation is always, and its negative connotation is disappointment. The next activity is related to grammatical technique again, and in this grammatical technique they have given us an activity which is based upon the kinds of adverbs, and I have discussed all the kinds of adverbs in the form of a chart, and I have given you the usage of all these kinds of adverbs in sentences also, so that you can be able to pick out the use of any kind of adverb easily from any kind of sentence. Now on the screen you can see the solution of the activity related to the kinds of adverbs, and I am going to solve it in front of you. Find the kind of adverbs in the lesson. Adverbs of manner are clearly, swiftly, hard. Adverbs of place are quota, under, path. Adverbs of time are after, today, early. Adverb of frequency are only and daily, and adverbs of degree are much, very, extremely, and swiftly. The next activity is write 5 sentences using adverbs of manner, place, and time in the correct sequence. He worked hard yesterday. He was singing beautifully under the tree yesterday. You can cross the road easily from here at rush time. They traveled so long in hot season. It rained heavily here last night. Here on the screen you can see the next activity. In this activity they have given us the verbs, and they have asked to make the sentences from all these verbs followed by the infinitives. This activity is from the infinitives, and I have discussed the concept of infinitives in my previous lecture completely, so that you can be able to understand how infinitives formed and how they are used in the sentences. Here on the screen you can see the solution of this grid. In this activity they have asked that complete these phrases make sentences using the following verbs followed by infinitives. Saw, I saw him helping an old man to cross the road. Promised, he promised to help me. Wanted, Shoaib is a wanted criminal. Began, the baby began to cry. Asked, I asked him to write an application. Told, he told me to go to the bank. Decided, he has decided to appear in the examination. Now the next activity is regarding the gerunds, and I have discussed the gerunds also in the previous lecture. Now on the screen you can see the solution of this grid. Complete these phrases by adding gerunds and use them in sentences. Good at teaching. Accused of stealing the books. Accused of stealing the books. Sad at losing. Tired of working hard. Good at teaching. I am going to make the sentence of this word. She is good at teaching English. Accused of stealing. He is accused of stealing books from shop. Sad at losing. Ahmed is sad at losing the match. Tired of working hard. He is looking tired of working hard. Now I am coming towards the last activity before the writing skills. This activity is related to the use of past perfect tense, and this activity is related to the conditionals. I have discussed the conditionals in my previous lecture, in the lecture related to chapter number 1. the savior of mankind. You can take help from that lecture, and I have discussed the past perfect tense in my previous lecture related to this part, previous part of my lecture, in which I have given you the complete grammatical descriptions related to this unit. Here I am going to solve the activities related to this concept over here on the screen. Complete the following conditionals. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the examination. Second one, if you had come to me, I would have helped you in this matter. If I had seen him, I might have recognized him. Now I am coming towards the next activity. Write 10 sentences using past perfect tense. These 10 sentences are in front of you, and here you can see them. The sun has risen when we reached home. Pakistan had beaten England in the last test match. The patient had died before the doctor came. Had they taken meal? Nasir had already played. We had not completed our work yet. I had posted letters before you came. I had told him about the dangers of journey. They had purchased a new book. He had already gone home. Students, while making the sentences from past perfect tense, you have to know the technique, that how you can make and how you can form the sentences related to this tense. And this is not compulsory that you have to learn and you have to memorize only these sentences that I have given you in this activity. You can make any type of 10 sentences if you will know completely the formation of past perfect tense. Now I am coming towards the writing skills that are related to this chapter, and all the things they have asked us before from the writing skills are over here on the screen. You can take help from these and you can prepare for your paper fully and completely. The first writing skill is you have to write a paragraph about Quaid-e-Azam as a progressive and moderate Democrat. 60 to 70 words of this paragraph are the requirement. Here on the screen, I have given you a paragraph in which I have given you the role of Quaid-e-Azam as a progressive and moderate Democrat. You can take help from this paragraph and you can write about the essay of the you can write an essay about the personality of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Okay students, now at the end of this lecture you will surely be able to completely understand the whole exercise related to this unit. After completed this exercise, we will meet inshallah in my next lecture, in which we will start discussing the next chapter of your book, of your English book. Till then you have to wait for me and you have to keep in touch with me. Allah Hafiz.